What's up, Cougar fans? Jake Brandon here, your host of the CougConnect podcast. Ask you hit that like and hit that subscribe on your way in. And as always, go to CougConnect.com and become a paying subscriber. Speaking of becoming a paying subscriber, we have a guest tonight who writes articles for CougConnect and actually wrote a slam dunk home run article predicting the Iowa State win that we just had at home. He's also like our resident hoops expert here at CougConnect, along with Kev. You know, Kev does no ball. I'll say that about it. But Jarom, tell us about the Iowa State game. Tell us about your article. What did you foresee in this article that you put up?
First off, we got to talk about Team USA in hockey, women's and men's. Come on. Overtime winners against Canada. Let's go.
Double gold.
Amazing.
Have we ever done that in hockey?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's the first gold in 46 years to the day of the Miracle on Ice for the men.
To the day.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That is
By the way, if you watch Miracle, this came out after. They're crossing off names. Did you guys see this? Of people who didn't make the team at the time. I don't know if it was a really name. One of them was Jack Hughes, the guy who scored the game-winning goal. I was like, what?
He's a brother on the team as well, right?
Yes.
And their mom is like some other hockey guru?
She was like a three-sport athlete at New Hampshire.
Okay.
She was legit. And so it was so cool. I waved to my wife and daughter, have fun at church. I'll join you when this is done.
And then it goes to OT.
And then it goes to OT. And then she's like, are you coming? I'm watching the medal ceremony. I'm crying as, Johnny Hockey's kids are out there with this sweater and everything. It was amazing. I think we'll all remember where we were when that happened. Yeah. Kind of like, Miracle on Ice. But for us, it was like Landon Donovan's goal against Algeria in the World Cup.
Yeah.
2010. That was like, I remember where I was for that one. So what a moment. Loved the Winter Olympics. We're getting it in 8 years here. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Do you think, where does the photo of Jack Hughes with the broken teeth draped in the American flag, totally a champion on top of, where does that rank in like specifically Olympic photos, like American Olympic photos?
It's pretty good, right?
So there was like Jesse Owens, like,
like all time. Yeah. Like top 5. So good. You think about the hockey photos, like Bobby Orr, like diving, after he scores the goal for the Boston Bruins, win the Stanley Cup. Like, yeah, there's some great photos. That one's so good. Like, he literally took a stick into the chiclets for America.
And that's like it wasn't the teeth were just knocked out. Like, they're like busted.
Like one was gone, another was he said after he goes, I love America. Luckily we have great dentists.
Unlike some other countries, looking at you, UK.
What do you mean we don't have good dentists in it?
Hey, governor.
I love Premier League soccer, and I love Chelsea. But English culture makes me laugh, dude.
It's awesome, right?
Its
own unique way.
It makes me laugh, yeah. It's very proper.
We were at a Sunday dinner, and my wife was like, I really want to go to Europe, but I just want to see England. I'm like, hold on. You pick Europe, and of all the countries in Europe, like England's the top of the list?
I mean, there's probably relatives, there's probably some family history, London, and
it's like goofy America.
But like, yeah, some Paris, some Germany.
Italy's amazing.
Italy is like, come on. Yeah, there's some good spots for sure. Croatia's like super underrated. Everyone that goes there goes, this is a hidden gem. Like, people aren't talking about this enough. I've never been to Europe. I'd like to go one day.
I've been to Italy. It was incredible. It's so interesting. Like, you go to like Rome and you see a building that's like over 2,000 years old. And it's like, you go back to America, you're like, there's nothing here. There's no building in America that's even remotely close to that.
Well, we have, the nature, the formations,
Yeah.
I mean, even in this state
specifically,
they rival that stuff. But like man-made,
no. Okay, back to Iowa State. Tell us why
no one breaks down.
You're an oracle.
USA. I don't claim to be such. Although at the beginning of BYU Sports Nation, I played this character called the Oracle, where I would predict what would happen. It was in the radio days, the first 6 months of 2013 into 2014. How
were you as an oracle on the radio?
I don't know. I don't remember much. It's like 13 years ago. But I felt great about the matchup walking in.
Okay.
I don't always feel that way. I didn't feel that way about Houston. Arizona, I actually felt decent about it. Oklahoma State, I felt great in this room. Nope, they lost.
Yeah.
That was tough. It happens.
That was weird.
That was weird. It's a quad 2 loss now. It just barely became that like 3 days ago. They've kind of slid down to 83 in net. But Iowa State, BYU's won 4 of the last 5 now. It's just a matchup that works. Like BYU can match up with their best players and kind of what they do, and it just works. Like, and there are various versions of this, like with Richie, without Richie. You have to go to Mihailo Boskovic. He equals the points of Josh Jefferson, who's a top 10 college player.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. Josh got his rebounds and assists, but Mihailo equaling that was like, what? Kennard Davis outscores Milan Momcilovic 17-5. Like,
wow.
AJ plays the best defense of his life. I thought it was BYU's best defensive game, by the way.
Oh, for sure.
So good. 69 points allowed, 1 point per possession.
They're averaging 80 plus a game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the BYU scores 79. Only 4 other times that happened all year for an Iowa State opponent that high. I mean, 1.2 points per possession. That's great. You go 1.1 plus or down. That's like the winning sort of edge right there. It was amazing. And it was, we were discussing today on the show. What was more impressive, AJ Dybantsa near triple-double or the other guys? We kept quoting the other guys, by the way, which is one of the best movies.
Oh, absolutely.
It is so good. And it was great to see BYU without Richie Saunders figured out.
Yeah.
We talked to Tim Fanning on the show today, who runs the defense. And I told Tim, hey, I feel like the guys were more dialed in and more focused. And he was like, I agree. And I said, maybe because they kind of know, like, hey, I'm not looking over my shoulder right now. I've got to be the guy in this role. I've got to do this. He said, I'd agree. And I felt like Mihailo Boskovic starting a second game, like, okay, I got to make some shots. I got to rebound. I got to defend. Hadim Boop was incredible, especially in the first half. He had 9 rebounds. He was up by 9 in the first half. That was massive. He only had 1 in the second half. But his hustle and his energy is really important off the bench for BYU. He's not there to score, really.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He does not
Just
care.
get a rebound. He's so physical. It's great. Limited minutes for Beto. He's kind of getting pushed out of lineup just a little bit right now. He's been a very good shot blocker, but I don't think the BYU needs shot blocking a ton right now. They just need rebounds and defense.
Yep.
Like, let, the big 3, including Kennard, let them kind of do their thing. And AJ would have had 15 assists if there would have been some more made threes. What was it, 7 for 24 or 25? BYU hopefully it could go 10 for 25 next time. Knock down a couple of those. Still won by 10. Best win of the season. Finally got that quad 1A. First top 10 win since Gonzaga in 2020 with Yoli and TJ and those guys. That was a big moment. And BYU they own Iowa State right now, 4-1 in the last 5. And they've been both ranked all 5.
Yeah.
So every time they play, it's this huge game. So a lot of success for BYU against Iowa State, who Saturday morning, the committee comes out and they say, okay, here are top 16 seeds. The top 3 were clearly kind of separated from the group. They gave Iowa State the 4th overall seed, meaning they were a 1 seed.
Yes.
And BYU beat them. I mean, that tells you where BYU could be, what they can be like without Richie, which was awesome. And so I think it was a big confidence booster for BYU to feel like, okay, without Richie, we can do it. And they had been kind of pounding on that rock, and it finally broke.
Yeah.
It finally did. And now BYU graduated from belief to knowledge, right? That they can do it because they've seen it. And certainly playing in the Marriott Center was a big deal for them.
I feel like the fans kind of felt like, well, the season's over. Like, Richie's hurt and this. And, like, it's so nice that the coaches and the players aren't like all of us fans sometimes, right? Where
thank goodness,
right? They're like locked in. No, dude, I'm serious. Like, as a guy who's coached ball, like, heard the fans or seen
Debbie
the Facebook
Downer
posts
over here. Come on,
But they found a way, dude. They doubled down, and now I think they do. They believe like, oh, like we can beat a 4 seed, a 1 seed in the play. Yeah, my gosh, I'm
crazy.
We could beat anybody.
Yes,
if you play like that, you could beat anybody. Now I do think the matchup,
Duke, another level of challenge,
right?
But that's not until like an Elite 8 or a Final 4.
And
that's
who
not what
knows? The great thing about March is you don't know who you'll see and who will get upset and who will get maybe a poor crew or face a team that shoots 80% from 3 like Alabama or something. Like, you just don't know.
Too soon. Don't want to talk about
You just don't know what will happen to everybody else. So there's no need to play those hypotheticals. No. You just got to play the games in front of you, see who's on your side of the bracket.
And BYU has AJ freaking Dybantsa.
Yeah.
Every single game, BYU's got a shot.
Yeah.
It's like when BYU had Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Taysom Hill never lost a game by 3 scores. To me, that's a blowout.
Yeah.
17 plus. That's why I say 17 plus on the show
Mhm.
all the time. It was always within 2 scores. You were always a score, onside, Hail Mary away.
Right.
And to me, that said something. BYU has the best player in America, arguably. I mean, Cam Boozer or AJ.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those two. It ain't Darren Peterson because he's just not available enough. By the way, crazy win by Kansas tonight.
Yeah.
Over Houston. Houston's lost 3 in a row. I can't believe that. They're so good.
Does that make us feel better for our skid of like losing to great teams in the Big 12, or is it worse? Is it a different level than that?
I think well, do you like the moral victory thing or not? We all know the Big 12's tough.
Right.
And literally everyone's been punched in the face multiple times. We're all bloodied and bruised.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, man. Arizona now, though, with a 2-game lead on everybody. Arizona's
good.
They're
man.
really good. And without Koa Pete, they won at Houston.
Yeah.
That's wild. So everyone's kind of doing it without one of their main guys.
Yeah.
Texas Tech put up 100 on K-State after JT Toppin tore his ACL. He's the reigning conference play of the year. What are they going to be like on March 7th when BYU comes in here? That could be another quad 1A win.
Yeah.
No Koa Pete for Arizona. Darren Peterson in and out of the lineup with Kansas, although twice, seemingly, tonight he played well, but seemingly they didn't need his contribution to win. They've beaten a couple of really good teams, Arizona and Houston. Big Monday, by the way. Have you heard this stat? Bill Self on Big Monday, 41-0 all time.
Holy cow.
Kansas is the greatest team in the history of sports on Big Monday.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Kev, did you have something? I thought you had one up.
Just dark magic.
Dark magic, that's why?
It has to be.
It's dark magic.
Fog Allen Fieldhouse, middle of nowhere, Kansas.
Yeah.
Amazing. They're amazing.
Is it louder than the Marriott Center there, do you think?
I wouldn't think so because almost 19,000.
Yeah. Did you like the timeout, Alzelberger call the timeout to get you quiet? Like, did you see that whole thing on the video board?
No.
So,
Second half, I go back to the building. So I missed the in-house stuff. First half, I went.
So
In person.
were you there, Kev, at this game? Okay, so maybe I'm the only one now.
I did see something on social media.
Yeah.
They put it up on the board. BYU did.
Yes, BYU. So we get a stop, and I think we get a transition dunk. Place is going crazy. I think it puts us back up to ahead of 9.
Was it like Kennard's dunk?
It might have been. It was in that. It was
moment?
in that like kind of run there. It was in that same time period. So it might have been that dunk. Place is going crazy. He obviously calls a timeout, and they put up on the jumbotron, like Alzelberger calls a timeout to quiet the crowd. Like, will you let him or something like that?
That's
and then
good.
it had the decibels
Oh,
below
nice.
it.
What'd it get to?
109 was the highest I saw
That's
that.
amazing indoors. That's very loud.
And then, the Kansas fans had to jump in and be like, we regularly get to 115.
Good for you. You're like one of the blue bloods, okay? Great.
I took it personal, though. I was like, well, I want to cook our decibel counter then. We want to be. Someone's like, that actually was a decibel counter that was in the hallway under a pillow. So it wasn't accurate.
I was told by someone that they don't do that at Edwards Stadium because of their certain sort of noise ordinance rules.
With the neighborhoods behind them?
Neighborhood. I wish that wasn't the case.
I'm telling you, it still gets plenty loud at Level Edwards Stadium.
Yes,
it's not
it
going to
does.
hurt it to bump up a few decibels with a
But
jumbotron.
they can't show it for some reason.
Okay.
That's amazing.
I think we should buy all those houses, or the university should buy all those houses.
It's just a big parking lot.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
There are people who have lived there forever. I always thought it would actually be fun to live in the tree streets and then just like walk to work.
Absolutely.
I do love where I live, but that would be awesome. Rob Nielsen, who is the new women's volleyball coach, when he was at BYU with men's volleyball, he actually lived on the tree streets, had some chickens, just 3 streets away. So he would ride his bike.
That's
to the
cool.
field house. That's kind of fun.
That is cool.
Truman G. Madsen lived right across from the Marriott Center forever.
Really?
Yeah. One of the men's soccer players back in the day, he lived in their basement, and he would invite him to come to their family home meeting. Can you imagine?
That is so cool.
You're like,
do you have anything to add?
Can
brother?
you just do the Joseph Smith papers, or the Joseph Smith lectures, which are so good, by the way.
They are. I had those in my mission, and I had the one where he did every president of the church up to President Hinckley, I think.
I need to listen to those.
Those are good too.
I'm big fan.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yeah, I know. We lost a good one, man. Lost a good one. All right. So going forward, is this duplicatable? You said you think we win 4. The Oracle, Jarom Jordan, says you think we win 4 of the next 5 or 5. What was your kind of thing here?
I would take 4-1 in the final 5.
Okay.
Obviously, we want 5-0, and
Right.
it's totally doable. So UCF, let's talk about them.
Home game 9 p.m. for them tomorrow night.
That means late night. So typically after the game, what that time really means to me is what time am I getting home? Because after the game, typically Spencer, JT, and Hema Hemuli and I go out to eat and just hang out. It was just JT and I on Saturday night at like 1 a.m. at In-N-Out.
What happened to Spencer and Hema?
Listen, Spencer's big time now. High counselor. He's got the early meetings. And then Hema said he had to write a talk for the next morning. I was like, I'm teaching notes, Corm. I haven't looked at it yet either, Doug.
It's pretty late out.
It was just JT and I at In-N-Out. And then I woke up at 6:10 to watch USA hockey. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I got like a 2-hour nap in there when my 1-year-old was sleeping. Okay, so UCF, late one, tangent. Holy crap. This is a team BYU should beat at home.
Yeah.
But they're a tourney team, so they're a projected 9 seed. They are like BYU, 8 and 6 in the league. So this is a tiebreaker Big 12 tournament seed big game. It's a one-off, right? We don't return the trip. They've got some good guards. Demas Folks, like 14 in a game, second at like 6.7 assists per game. Riley Kugel didn't play at Utah with a leg injury. Not sure if he's going to play tomorrow night. They've got a dude that's in his 7th year. He's going to play his 168th college basketball game tomorrow. Devin Cambridge.
That's fantastic.
Who was at Texas Tech, Arizona State, Auburn before. He's like 5 a game off the bench. But I'm like, 168 games? No one ever make fun of us for age. Good gosh. Yeah, they've got some good size. Jordan Burks, John Bull, they got a 7-footer. So they're interesting. I don't think they win. I think BYU wins and wins convincingly. But the other guys have to show up. And if the other guys don't show up, then Rob has to really be there. He was not the other night, which is okay. Just be a facilitator.
It seemed like that he wasn't pushing the issue as much as he had maybe the previous games.
I would have loved for Rob just to drive and kick a little more.
Okay.
It was a little sticky. It was a little slow offensively. BYU did a nice job against a great defense. 1.2 points per possession. After all said and done, it totally worked. But I still think BYU's offense, who is top 10 in the country, still has another gear to it, which is crazy. I just think offensively it's a little sticky. You either move the ball or set a screen. Yeah. Without Richie, it looks way more stagnant. Richie is a mover. He's a Reggie Miller. He's running around. So BYU should beat UCF. Then Saturday, you're at West Virginia. That's a team you should beat, but it's a long road trip. Haven't been there in 2 years. Go get that one. Then the next week, midweek, it's Cincinnati. Cincinnati scares me a little bit right now. Because they just went to Kansas and won by 16. That was the largest loss for Bill Self, I believe, at home in his like 20 whatever years there. Cincinnati, they beat Iowa State as well. So those two, it's tough. I know it's an emotional thing. So that's a tough one. That's a game where I go, that's almost more likely to be a loss than even Texas Tech at home.
Right.
Texas Tech's great, but they just lost JT Toppin to an ACL like BYU lost Richie. But they just put up a hundy on K-State. Now, granted, K-State let go of Jerome Tang. They got their problems there and what lawsuit for cause, all this stuff. So I could see where BYU goes to the tourney hot again like last year. It wouldn't be an 8-game win streak. It could be 5, though. And it's amazing how much better BYU looks. Watch when they don't play a top 10 team. I know Oklahoma State was in there, but BYU's play just crazy tough schedule. It's what we wanted. So what if they do go 5-0? I think that BYU, who's kind of projected as a 6 seed right now, they have a chance to be a 5 still.
Yeah.
And if they go on a heater, like you win a quarterfinal and then you win a second round game, and then quarterfinal would be against like the 3 seed in the league. TBD on who that is, but pick your poison of non-Arizona elite teams. Is it a Houston? Probably going to be the 2 seed. We'll see. But is it a Kansas? Is it a Texas Tech again? Is it who isn't? It's a very good team. It's somebody. If you win that kind of game.
I want it to be Kansas. Is that bad? If we make it that far, I would want it to be Kansas.
Okay, having been there both years, Kansas will load that place up.
Yeah.
Kansas, it's 45 minutes away from campus. That would be
County,
tough.
Missouri.
I would nice. I would rather have Iowa State, honestly. They're the team I left out in that list.
The matchup
has
better.
worked for us. They travel really well also. It's only like 3-ish hours away.
Okay.
So they will be there. I challenge BYU fans to be there a little bit better than they have been.
Okay.
It's been decent, but it hasn't been like one of the tops in the league, I would argue.
We have in our Discord a lot of people in that area, quite a bit.
Nice.
What's the situation? Because at the WCC tournament, which we used to always go to, me and my buddies, you kind of had to buy a pass to go to all the games.
You're asking the wrong dude.
You don't. You just get handed like, here you go, Jarom. Like you get access to everything.
I don't want to sound like an a-hole, but yes.
Okay, the wrong guy.
I'm sorry.
We'll ask the Discord.
I
There's
don't even know the
definitely
BYU
people.
ticket stuff.
I don't. Yeah,
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I apologize.
Man, we need Kev. Maybe we can research it and figure that out. Because I feel like if we could,
is it sessions of 2 or whatever?
Right? Because even the WCC changed it up a little bit on us, but
yeah, it's a little different in that it's the men's tournament only. The women go the week before,
okay,
and then they just chill for a week, which is kind of weird. Till Selection Sunday, it's the same day as the men. So hopefully BYU has some success there. I don't know that they need to win a big game there per se. Avoid a loss in the second round.
Yeah,
but win your quarterfinal between an 11 and 14 if you're a 6 or whatever. And then I don't know that you need that kind of quarterfinal win.
Yes.
You need the second round win. But, yeah, I just don't want BYU to slide to a 7 for any reason. Just stay in the 5-6 area. And 5 way better than 6.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, everyone, and thank you for watching or listening to another episode of the CougConnect podcast. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts as well. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon. Everywhere you listen to podcasts, we're there. Become a CougConnect subscriber so that we can continue to do more of these podcasts on the YouTube and also get insider access to players behind our paywall as well. And now to our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Troy Beagley at Common Sense Financial. Just like we're building something special here at CougConnect, Troy is dedicated to helping the BYU community build their financial legacies. Whether you're looking at retirement strategies or just starting your savings journey like me, Troy's process is simple, clear, and honest. He doesn't just manage accounts. He helps families win. If you're ready for a financial plan that actually makes sense, call Troy today at 801-608-6657. Let's make success feel like common sense.
All right, CougConnect fans, we've got a fun one for you. We've teamed up with Letterman Golf to give away 3 custom BYU golf covers. These things are sharp and premium for your next round on the green. Entering is simple. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow Letterman Golf on Instagram, and then submit your entry here. That's it, and you're in. We'll randomly select 3 winners, and we announce them soon. If you're repping BYU on the golf course, then this is perfect for you. Let's get it and go Cougs. These things are hard, though.
Our next sponsor is Madsen Realty Group. Madsen Realty Group is a proud sponsor of CougConnect. Built right here in Utah, they help buyers, sellers, and investors with both residential and commercial real estate. With deep local roots, they understand the neighborhoods and what makes Utah special. Their focus is a process that's simple, clear, and honest. They are proud to support the BYU community. If you're looking to buy your next home or build your investment portfolio, schedule a free consultation and be entered to win 2 BYU football tickets for the 2026 season. Call us at 801-922-0584 or reach us online at brigham.utah on Instagram. Who better than a guy named Brigham helping you find the place in Utah? And last but not least, Utah Travel Pros. Planning a 2026 family trip for Universal or Disney? Utah Travel Pros specializes in stress-free vacation planning for Cougar families. Get a free expert quote at utahtravelpros.com/CougConnect. You handle the memories, we handle the details. And now, back to the episode.
We had the predictions come out, all the bracketologists do the things. Of the 11 biggest, most popular ones, BYU was in 11. Like, there's no real situation here that anyone's predicting where we don't make the tournament. It's like,
they could lose 6 in a row, and
how much can you help yourself, or how much can you hurt yourself?
As high as a 4, as low as a 7 or 8.
Yeah,
is the range to me right now.
Okay,
and a 4 would be nice because that was the goal at the beginning of the year, was let's get a top 4 seed. Certainly, injuries have played a role, and BYU's inability to win the bigger games has played a role. They just got one, though. What if Texas Tech is still a quad 1A win if BYU wins it on Selection Sunday? Now you have 2. Now you have 8 or 9 quad 1 wins. It's looking good, all things considered. Is it what we wanted? No, but the season's going to be defined by what BYU does in the tourney, not what they do leading up to that. Like if BYU goes to the Sweet 16 without Richie, I think that's a notable.
That's a great year.
Goal and accomplishment.
Yeah.
If they happen to go to an Elite Eight without Richie, that's almost crazy.
Yeah.
Because you lost arguably your second best player.
Another draft pick.
You lost an NBA draft pick. Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's a big deal.
That would be a massive deal. So yeah, I don't see any way where BYU loses a first round game with AJ. And then second round, if you're a 6, you're probably playing a 3. So but BYU's played how many 3 seed type games? A bunch, right? 4 or 5 so far.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, man. It's just, do you feel like we'll get any AJ Dybantsa help? Because if you're on social media,
in what way? For seeding?
Yeah, is there any chance? Like
I do. Yeah, I think the committee looks at stars and the human element.
The viewership element.
What
too.
if he's here in this match? Yes.
Yeah.
And if Kentucky happens to be there, I think that'd be interesting too, right?
Oh my gosh. Kev, what's Kentucky looking like in terms of seeding? You have any guess on that? I know you watch more college hoops than probably most people alive.
7 seed.
A 7
8
seed?
seed probably right now, yeah.
So they won't be
They've
near
dropped
BYU.
3 in a row, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Unless BYU gets to a 4, and then there's an 8-9 upset where an 8, they fall to an 8, they beat a 1 in the second round.
Then you could potentially
In the Sweet 16, you could match up with a Kentucky.
But the sentiment, at least on social media that I've seen, even from the bigger like sports accounts, is, oh, AJ's legit. Like he's clearly 1 or 2, probably 1. That's feel like it has shifted since Richie's gone out. Yeah.
And last week it kind of did. Mainly because people are tired of Darren Peterson's unavailability. Cameron Boozer, lock for a top 3 guy, probably National Player of the Year. If BYU was in the top 10, I think AJ would be talked about as the National Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Because BYU's kind of slid to now 19, it's a little different. They had to win a few of those kind of Houston, Arizona
to get
games.
that. Yeah.
Yes. And it's okay. AJ could go on a heater in the tourney and we could be just fine. But yeah, this is the conversation that's fun too, is like, is this a better season for him than it was for Jimmer individually? Because Jimmer was 28.9 a game and deep threes, and there's a certain like style there.
There's
that
a
was
cachet
unique.
that comes with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what AJ is doing is crazy special. He's flirting with triple doubles. He's flirted 2 or 3 times with triple double. He has the one, of course. He had a 43. Like he's doing what Jimmer did, which is like in the high 20s, 30s, pretty consistently. He needs a few 40s to kind of match that.
Listen,
Jimmer had the 52.
I love Jimmer.
It's pretty close, if not equal.
I love Jimmer. Love it. Like some of the best times I had was watching just Jimmer go off, right? AJ plays a lot more defense and gets more rebounds. So I don't think that's a crazy conversation to have.
It's a fun conversation.
Yeah.
I could see the argument for it. Nope, this is better. And like, is he the best player that BYU's ever had? Yes.
Yeah.
Is his production better than Jimmer's senior year? You could argue no, maybe yes. But like him as a player, he is the greatest player in BYU history already.
Yeah.
He's going to have the best NBA career of any BYU player, period. Like, it's special, man. It's been so fun. And we only have 2 more home games.
That's wild. This season has gone so fast.
But what if AK comes back for you?
Yeah, what about Jared?
Come on. What are we?
This draft class is heavy.
That was
Maybe
like-
he wants to be.
It was like when people were like, with Zach Wilson, well, maybe he come back. Yegor Dillman, maybe he can.
No.
No. Although Yegor did say on a podcast during the All-Star break, yeah, I was legitimately thinking about coming back the night before, but I've always dreamed of the NBA and blah, blah. I was like, he ain't coming back, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a nice thing for him to say, though.
Yeah. Yegor says all the nice things, the great things. He's fantastic.
He is awesome. Like the most BYU guy out there. Like the
Yes.
best. We want those guys. All of them.
Yes. And what a great fit. By the way, we tried to get Hugo Gonzalez as well from his same Real Madrid team.
Mhm.
He's playing with the Celtics off the bench and having a really good rookie year as well.
We just
He's
couldn't
not-
get them both, huh?
We tried. Hugo stayed there and didn't play that much for Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was kind of drafted on upside, and he's a great defender.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think? I mean, this is totally weird. Going tangent now to tangent two, but do you
That's
think
how we
can-
roll when I'm on, dude.
Absolutely,
I appreciate you rolling.
Absolutely. This is like the Kirkland podcast with the tangents, but actually still talking about sports and not whatever Justin's talking about that day.
What if ice cream? I watched the last one. That was great, dude. Justin's great.
You had a good one tonight too. He was on one
I
tonight.
can't wait to watch
so yeah, Dude, Justin. Do you think we continue Euro heavy? Like it seems like even with Kostic and a lot of Mihailo and these guys over the last few years, and then obviously Yegor.
I mean, 3 from Africa as well.
Yeah, yeah. Like, but that's it. Seems like in the past.
You pick a continent, they'll bring somebody in.
I like
Australia's the next one.
Ooh, go look out, St. Mary's.
Where are we, St. Mary's?
Right. What was that?
Said, can't believe we're going to be St. Mary's. That sucks.
The next St. Mary's. That's right. Hey, Kev, did you find out anything about the tourney in Jackson County, Missouri?
Yeah, the sessions it's split days.
Split days.
Except for the last 2. The last, obviously, the championship game's on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just one session for both of the semifinals.
Okay.
But all
So
the
it's
other
pairs
days,
of 2 games. That's what you buy to.
So you.
yeah, 4 games a day, split sessions, and then
Yeah, nice.
looks like all the all session tickets are sold out on the Big 12's website. Maybe. Nope.
Oh.
Never mind. It just loaded. Looking at like
There's got to be tickets. It's never full.
yeah, looking at like $900 lower bowl for all sessions. Upper bowl, you're looking at like high 300s.
Wow.
Wow.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Trust me, just buy the upper bowl and just walk down.
Whoa. We can't say that on here. I was kidding.
Yeah,
That's
we
a great
can.
tip.
By the way, the media, we're on like the 7th floor. It's
Oh,
like
you're
way above everything. I just sit
you're
in
in
the
the celestial room.
yeah, exactly. I just sit in the stands. I just sit in the stands with my computer.
It's better. It's just easier.
In
Yeah.
these situations, it's not like, hey, we've known about this matchup forever, and these 2 teams are the only teams playing. Maybe for the final,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
there are always a bunch of open seats.
Right.
NCAA tournament, same thing. It's not as like packed as you'd think.
Yeah, that was how the WCC was obvious. I mean, you can expect that a little bit more from
Yeah.
that kind of conference. But
Right.
we
It's
would just get in the
Gonzaga.
building and
Yeah.
then go sit in the second row.
Oh yeah,
Like it was
But
awesome.
it was just you're saying excuse me to all the Gonzaga fans.
Dude, they owned that thing.
So they would cater their spring break to that tournament, and the kennel was only 6,000
yeah,
seats, and so all these people that couldn't go to the games, they would just go to Vegas,
yeah,
especially like older folks. Hey, Vegas, we'll be there for a week
Mhm.
or whatever. And so we rolled in thinking we'd like own the tourney. It's like, no, this earlier on I said this is the Gonzaga Invitational presented by the WCC.
no, dude. I went to a lot of those tourneys, and you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'd go play some of the games of chance, as they say, and we would get the weirdest looks from Gonzaga fans. And someone would be like, "Hey, you can't play this game." We'd be like, "Don't tell me how to live my life. Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me what to do.
Wait a minute. You're like, this is tithing free.
This is sparkling water, mind you, and I will play this game."
I don't miss that tournament whatsoever, dude. I was there 10 years in a row. Everyone was cool from the league. I'm not saying they weren't.
Right.
Just, it was a lot of work because we were doing the halftime and bridge shows within a session, and it was a lot of work. Men and
Yeah.
women. I don't miss the grind of that.
Did Big Blue go and do all the games? How did you
Almost all the games. So
Okay.
so different networks would come in, primarily ESPN over the years, and they would come and do like the women's final, but we would do everything through the women's semis.
Whoa.
So we would show up on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and then we'd be in there all day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, do BYU Sports Nation as well. Our production meetings at 6 a.m. on together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then we're there at like 10 p.m. at night. So we're just, yeah. So Sunday, we're
Lots
literally
of Diet
just
Coke.
sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Monday, you have the 2 women's semifinals. And then we didn't do anything for the 2 men's semifinals and the men's final the next night. But yeah, it was fun the first couple years, but it got to be a grind.
That's a lot.
your life's so hard, sports talking. Yeah.
Hey, work is work. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
But I, like being in depth and knowing in all these interviews and these games and everything, like I wasn't calling women's basketball. So suddenly I had to know all the stuff about all the women's teams. It was just like upload. It was like finals week if
Right.
you actually gave a crap in academics.
like-
I did not at BYU.
It's like
I did
finals week
communication.
for like students like Kevin, like who wanted to get, a degree and a decent GPA.
Did you do communications?
Yeah, it wasn't.
So no.
It wasn't hard.
It's like finals week for Tiger Bachmeyer.
Why do you think I watched so much ball? Because I was a
Okay,
communication major.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, it was fun, but I don't. Now it's awesome. It's like we do the show. I do interviews with BYU people.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of it.
Yeah.
It's way more. And like the NCAA tournament, they let you go in the locker room and do all these interviews. Like you don't go in the locker room during the regular season at all.
Yeah.
And so now you get time. It's great. You just go talk to who you want to. Don't care about the press conference whatsoever. Just talk to the guys in the locker room. Can go to the other team and talk to them. I'm asking Wisconsin guys like John Tonje about cheese curds versus tater tots, let alone matchups. Like it's just it's fun. It's cool. You're seeing all kinds of national people there. Like at the Sweet 16 in New Jersey, it was like everybody was there.
Yeah.
It was cool because Duke and Arizona, BYU, Alabama. It's like, oh, there's that guy I see on TV all the time. It was cool.
That's awesome, man. Okay, so then let's just say we get some AJ magic, like AJ Dybantsa. Let's juice up the ranking a little bit here. You think we
On
can?
the seed line?
Yeah. Do you think we could get to a 4?
It's possible.
Like
If BYU wins the second round and a quarterfinal and maybe a semi,
Say you lose the semi, you still think it's possible?
probably a 5. Kind
But
of
could
depends
you
what
juice
happens.
it to a 4?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, the star power is real. Like,
yeah.
like AJ could have a run that we never forget.
Mm-hmm.
But it will require if BYU's a 6 or a 5, like a technical upset in the second round.
Right.
If you're a 5, you probably need to beat a 4 unless 13 beat them. You never know, too. Like when BYU, with Jim Fredette, and if they get past Florida, like they're going to end up with VCU and Butler in their way. It's just the opportunity was there, but Florida's sitting there, in a 3-2. You're going to have to BYU has not had too many upsets in the March Madness too often. Last year was one of them, a 6 over a 3.
Mm-hmm.
That was big time. That week I felt great about that matchup too. By the way, with Wisconsin, I was like, "What's your reaction? We're going to the Sweet 16. It's going to happen. We're going to beat VCU, and then we're going to match up really well with Wisconsin and win." Matchups will be interesting. There's not going to be a team where we go, "Oh, they have an AJ stopper." That's not going to happen.
Right.
There's not really an AJ stopper that exists on the collegiate planet Earth. In the NBA, yes, but Rob Wright III and the other guys and whatnot. Was there a Richie stopper? Rarely,
Right.
But he's out. You have to figure things out. So I'm excited. I just think that it's nice to walk into every game and be like, we got that dude.
Right.
We've only been able to say that 2 other times with Danny and Jimmer.
Yeah. Do you think if you had to pick a blind resume of a team that gives BYU the worst matchup possible, is it a guy who's 7-1
It's
in the
Houston.
paint?
It's
Houston? Okay.
BYU matched up better with Arizona than Houston.
Yeah.
And Arizona, Anthony Del Orso, by the way, he's gone 2 games in a row. So the game after us goes for 22 again. We packed the paint like Jay Billis talked about in Tucson and said, make 3s. And they did, unfortunately. And then BYU got it down to 5 late and kind of did their thing. Houston is tough, though, for us. I mean, they're tough for most teams.
Right.
They weren't for Kansas tonight, but Houston's tough for most teams. That just long, athletic, and constantly slapping, shoving, seeing what the refs will call or not. That's tough. That's a tough matchup for us, that kind of team. But there's not a ton of those
There's
out there.
not.
BYU went toe-to-toe with UConn. They beat Iowa State. Those are 2 of the top 5 or 6 teams in the country.
Right.
If BYU played Michigan, I think the size inside would be tough. They've got some real big dudes. And then Duke's really good. Those would be really interesting games, though. That might be your kind of Sweet 16 Elite 8 game, though.
Right.
Once the further in you get, it's not hopefully we got that crazy upset team
On our
sure,
side,
but that's
yeah.
rare. You're just gonna have to go.
It's gonna happen.
You're gonna have to go through some squads, But BYU is a squad.
Yeah.
They're ranked 19th, but the way BYU played on Saturday was they played like that top 10 team we expected. It's great.
So then, stepping up in Richie's absence and what we've seen so far, especially the last couple games, is it a person? We need high-low to hit 3s, or we need, Boop to play crazy D, or is it just got to be this, like we saw against Iowa State? It's got to be everybody stepping up and doing things.
It should be that because there's not an 18-a-game guy sitting there.
Yeah.
Kennard scored 17, which is nice. And over the last 4, he's kind of around 12, 13 points. That's the sweet spot for him. I think he realizes, like I was saying, I've got to be aggressive, and I have to be one of the top 4 scorers in this game.
Mhm.
He scored 16 a game at Southern Illinois. I know it's another level, but it's not like he was just a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
Kevin Young has said, you know what? Maybe I did him a disservice by just putting him into a 3-and-D spot.
Mm-hmm.
He said he can do much more than that, and we've seen him get out in transition and be effective. That good defender we've kind of waited for on the perimeters showed up. Mihailo needs to score.
Mm-hmm.
Boop needs to rebound. Kaba's been a little more assertive, even though he injured his hand. He has an injured finger on a hand.
Mhm.
You saw him grimace after he had that dunk late. And I was like, you didn't have to kind of re-injure it potentially. Don't know that. Just looked pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So it's, Kaba can be a force offensively. Like when BYU's really good, he's throwing down alley-oops.
For days.
And I think at some point in the Iowa State game, he was like, all right, let's do this.
Let's just go.
Because the game before at home, he was kind of laying it in. Remember, he had a chance to throw it down. He just kind of settled it. Just like a baby birdie, like put it in the nest. It was like, throw it down, dude. He did against Iowa State, but then he kind of hurt the finger. So Kaba needs to be assertive, needs to be there. And then, you just ask AJ and Rob to just take it up a notch. The famous story of when Brandon Davies is unavailable, Jimmer goes to Dave Rose and goes, how many points did he average? X. Okay, I'll get the points. Let's have so-and-so get the rebounds. And that was Kyle Collinsworth, by the way, as a freshman, who had 16 against Florida in the NCAA tournament like crazy. They said, just get rebounds, dude. Just pass the ball and get rebounds. I think everyone knows their role, and BYU's got a chance here to do something cool at the end of the season.
Yeah. And it felt like in that Iowa State game, going back to rebounding, that was the biggest. You could point to the defense and holding them to a really low number, or you could point to this guy picking up buckets here or this, that. But it felt like the overwhelming thing was like, we're not going to be out rebounded. We were going to dominate the
plus
class.
9.
Yeah.
And Boop was the big one there.
Yeah.
Had 10 boards. And then AJ had 10 boards. AJ can rebound at a high level. Like, it's just a question for AJ of how hard does he want to work?
Yeah.
He works super hard on offense, obviously. He worked very hard on defense in this game. And he's going to be as good of a defender as he wants to be.
Right.
Kevin Young said he can do whatever he wants on a basketball court. And he blocked Milan Momcilovic, who came in as the number 1 3-point shooter in the country at 51%. Second in makes, 99. He makes the one on an inbounds. That's it. The first shot, though, by Momcilovic, AJ reached out and blocks it. That set the tone, and that was great. So you've noticed, too, like, you remember when BYU used to kind of trap, like a 1-3-1 kind of trap? They don't do that anymore. And I asked Tim Fanning, is that because you have to conserve energy for a limited amount of guys due to injuries? And he said, yes. We've had to kind of trim that back a little bit. And he said, but there's still stuff in the bag we want to put out there, and mix it up. But they've kind of sat back and been like, okay, we'll throw zone occasionally, but they just got to play straight up good man-to-man.
Good defense, yeah. Good effort.
And Mihailo's 6'10". When he steps onto the court, he's actually the tallest player in the starting lineup now. And so, rebound the ball, stretch it with, got the dunk in transition that he hung on the rim for, which is fun. Like, is this a technical? Nope. There's a guy in my way. Yeah. I'm glad they didn't say anything, but BYU has capable dudes. We saw it in a big game against Iowa State. It's not like they crushed random Big 12 team that they should have. Colorado scared you a little bit, but they were dealing with the shock of no Richie and the probability of, is that an ACL?
Well, I think they had that huge pep talk before. It's like, was it you don't deserve a plane ride home or something? Like, get on the bus. Right? Like
Colorado.
The game before us.
Yes.
It was like,
yes,
those guys don't deserve a charter flight home.
Yes.
They should have to ride a bus.
And that was a big moment for Colorado. They didn't win it. Luckily, BYU didn't drop it. Kevin Young said that's the toughest game I've ever had to coach.
I believe it.
Because he knew Richie was seriously hurt.
Yeah.
By the way, I know the family well. As soon as I saw his wife and then his parents go into the locker room, I was like, it's probably what we didn't want it to be.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Man.
Still tough. And it was cool to have him there on the bench. Kaba wrote 15 on his headband, which was cool. Yeah.
No, he didn't get fined by the NFL for writing anything on his headband. It's not what era.
Brett Yormark, by the way, in the house Saturday. First BYU men's basketball game in Provo in person.
Really?
He had been to several football games, but not a men's basketball game quite yet. It was great to have him there.
That's surprising. Well, he got a good show. The fans showed up, man. I feel like we really did have an effect on that game.
Absolutely. And the Merit Center had been kind of waiting for that moment. There have been other cool moments, don't get me wrong. But we can, and Tim Fanning said this, there are certain games where a crowd can, he said he's coached in Italy and Greece, and he said there were times where our home fans there would just decide that we would win the game or not lose it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They willed us to win. I think the crowd really helped. Kevin Young talked about that after, too.
Yeah.
He said this was the most electric crowd
We've had
since
the
I've
Marriott
been
Center.
here.
Yeah. Listen, you want my conspiracy theory on this?
Always. Put
Dude,
on your
I don't know that
tinfoil hat, Jeff Hansen.
I don't know that always they want us that loud or that involved. Why don't we always get replays, especially if it's a controversial call? It's like, we're not going to show that replay.
Oh, that's a good,
Why not use
good
the
question.
decibel thing? Absolutely worked in that moment. And then I feel like the next time we went to break, like I feel like people were still kind of waiting for it. It didn't happen. And then The Rock just started to start their own chant. I think it was like "Let's Go Cougars," but it got loud again on their own.
Good question.
And then the third one was the whole what we do in the football stadium, where it's like BYU Cougar. But like that moment there was like, hey, we need you. Don't go away. Don't keep this energy here. And it was like, yes. And then they like kind of kept it going. It's like, do we always want that, or do we want people only? I don't know. You tell me about my conspiracy theory here.
Some of that is organic. Some of it is not, right? Yeah. I don't know what they're like told to do or not to do relative to that. It seems like if it's super controversial, they try and avoid the too much negativity.
Which I get that.
Yeah. But it's also like, can we just see what happened?
Did I see it the right way?
One time.
Like,
yeah. I don't
like,
know what the sort of protocol is relative to BYU and its rules or the Big 12 itself.
Yeah.
I do want to share this with the Jimmer halftime. So that's a quick transition to try and get them on. It's 15 minutes. BYU asked the league, hey, can we have 5 extra minutes? And the league said, sorry, no, that we don't. Basically, we don't do that.
Whoa.
And so BYU had to kind of, they're supposed
It
to
was rushed a little
supposed to
bit.
get off the court with like 3.5 or no, like 5 to go so that the other team can warm up. BYU got off at like 3-ish. And Colorado's out there and they did their thing. You know, I didn't hear any formal complaints about that, but that's tough. You're trying to give Jimmer 7 minutes.
Time,
So
yeah.
you have to set up everything, get on the court, and speeches from Brian Santiago and Prince Reese and now Jimmer. And so I thought BYU did a great job of that. It was just like, oh, the logistics of sort of league rules and whatnot. I say that because I don't know what the league says you can or can't do with this stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It's my conspiracy theory as of late. Going to that Jimmer ceremony, though, it was awesome.
It was very cool.
Even if we were overtime, it was awesome.
It could have felt better. Here's why. The Richie injury put a wet blanket on a lot of it.
Yes.
It was great. Jimmer did great. Everyone was awesome. It looked cool. It was quite the moment. To me, it was one of the greatest sports moments at BYU, like ever. It's just, you're honoring a legend. It was so cool. And it was cool to like be the sideline reporter. That's his senior. I went to Glens Falls twice, like got to know the family. Loved Jimmer and the family. It was fun to see Al and Kay and everybody at a banquet Friday night. Like, it was awesome. It was a wet blanket to have the Richie thing. It felt like 2014. Taysom Hill breaks his leg first half against Utah State. Jim McMahon's jersey is retired.
Dude, so similar. So similar.
But BYU wasn't down by a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
If BYU was down like 20 or something, 15 against Colorado, maybe there's a similar feel. But it gave me some of those vibes, and I didn't like that because I was like, this should be about Jimmer.
Right.
Instead, it's about, oh, is Richie out for the year, man?
Right.
Probably. Dang it. Which, by the way, little insight on kind of that story. So Richie, they go into the locker room. They test his knee, and he walks off on his own.
Right,
Remember,
right.
eventually. They test his knee, and they're like, we're almost certain it's ACL. And he's like, I have no pain. I don't believe it. Like, I'm good. Like,
Mhm.
I want to play. Because Richie wants to play.
That guy.
Doctor's like, we're telling you it's this. And then they're like, the way to know is for sure is MRI. They're like, okay, then let's go. So then they go to the hospital in the first half
Whoa.
just to make sure. Then they find out that night, and Richie posts Sunday afternoon, but tough situation. Yeah. But he was like, he had so much adrenaline, I bet. I'm not in pain. Like, why?
Yeah.
How come they're like, it's torn, dude.
Well, ACL is interesting too because it doesn't restrict all of your movement on the knee. Like if you've read Steve Young's book QB,
Oh, yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
He played the final 4 games of the first year he took over for Montana. He tore his ACL with 4 games to go and kept playing.
Oh, I missed that part. I forgot. Oh my gosh.
And then he was complaining about knee pain after the season. Like, oh, go get looked at. And they're like, well, Steve, you've torn your ACL, and
Wow.
you probably did in 4 games, and it completely inhibits your lateral movement.
Oh my
but
gosh,
your
yeah.
forward and backwards movement, it doesn't limit as much.
So he felt like he could drop back in the pocket.
So
maybe?
yeah, and I wonder with like Richie, if he's like literally like, oh, I feel good. Like, look, I could run. I could run back and forth this locker room, but it's like, okay, but now if you have to plant and change, you have no support there. Now you're injuring other things.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Flash, you'll fall
Right.
over. But I don't know. It just makes me. ACLs are interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
Tom
because of
Holo
that.
played without one in his knee in the NFL.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just crazy.
and then like I talked to Keenan Peely long time ago on this pod, and he had an ACL when he was the mic backer here at BYU, and we're like, what was that like? And he's like, the only way I can describe it is it felt like a grenade went off in my knee.
Oh,
I was like,
gosh.
oh wow, because a lot of the guys, that's kind of like what Richie says. It's like you have this pain and you go down, and then I'm okay, and then you're not, but you kind of feel okay. He's like, no, dude,
Yeah.
it felt like a grenade went off in my knee. There was pain everywhere.
And he was upset. Like, no, I want to play.
Yeah.
Like, but he's such a competitor. Like,
yeah,
he's almost in a good way psychotic.
yeah,
Where he's just like, I can do it. I can
Mhm.
My will can get me to do. It's like, no, dude, you tore your ACL,
Deal.
which is just devastating. It's
Dude,
just
I think that's going to
crushing.
translate for him though at the next level of basketball. Is like a guy like that,
Yeah.
you're going to get great defense from,
Yes.
great rebounding from, and the guy can shoot. Like that,
His shooting and effort,
effort
yes,
translates.
Gets him rebounds, gets him little lips. And honestly, because I go to probably 15, 20, I guess, work Jazz games. I see a bunch.
Mhm.
It feels like a ton of those guys just don't work that hard, honestly.
Well,
Like-
they're
like
there.
Richie will.
They're there
be
to
fine.
shoot. It's an 82 game season, and their main role on the team is to get buckets. So
Space the floor,
yeah,
play, but they don't play crazy hard defense. Like,
in the
It's-
NBA,
what?
115
What?
to 120
The
point.
tough part
games?
with Richie was he was going to be drafted.
Yeah.
Now it's highly unlikely that he is.
just because there's this question mark around.
If some team likes him that much and they want to stash him and rehab him within their system, yes. I don't think he has to go to Europe to do this. Kevin Young said maybe the only good news about the situation is he can be more selective about where he goes, aka he's a free
Mm.
agent. So that could be that too. But yeah, I mean,
so the Jazz.
that'd be awesome. he
Think of the tater
could
tot
con-
cells, Ryan.
oh my gosh, he
Think
can
of the tater
contribute.
tot.
I mean, Kevin said this, but he would contribute on like the top 8 teams in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just off the bench, shooter, D,
Mhm.
effort, extra rebound, transition. He's perfect for 2026 NBA, which is wild. Like a year and a half ago, we weren't saying this. Kevin Young was the first one to say it. He said it to Richie, and Richie said it out loud to us in an interview, and we're like, wait, what? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Just, you don't kind of, initially, especially at the beginning of last year, you don't sort of, he doesn't look like a typical NBA player. That
Yeah.
shouldn't matter. That's the wrong way to judge him, right? Look at how he plays the game.
Right.
And you go, production. Absolutely. Dead-eye shooter, effort, culture guy. Like, great.
Yeah.
If he has to kind of two-way his way into the league, in the G League, whatever.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
he'll be in the NBA for 5+ years.
That's awesome. We got to go back to freshman, baby Richie, baby Tanner
Richito.
Toulson, baby Dallin Hall. They come in. We got kind of a rebuild year going on,
Yep.
right, with Coach Pope there. They go play in a tournament, and we're struggling in a tournament. We mount a major comeback. I'm forgetting what tournament this was, but there was a moment. I was very close with Trevin and Trey, but there was a moment in that game where Richie comes in and there's a timeout, and he just takes over the timeout and is like he's a return missionary of, I don't know, 6 months.
From
Yeah.
Seattle, where he was companions with Bruce Mitchell, by the way.
Oh, very cool. Actually, I know Bruce. I did not know that.
Yep.
And he kind of like starts telling some guys what they need to do in the timeout. And so Trevin started calling him, I think it was the Admiral or the General. I don't know. Like as a joke, like, cause he just jumped in and took charge. But I mean, there's been like signs of this his whole life, right? I talked to a guy who had a son on the AAU team of Colin Chandler and Richie Saunders. And he's like, if you made me pick stock on who will play in the NBA, I would buy all of the Richie stock because of his effort alone, like his will to win alone on that. He's like, Colin's amazing and he's great and he does all these things, but if you forced me to pick stock based off of his effort and will to win, I would pick that. So we've seen these along the way. Like
Don't
high
rule
school.
out the Colin stuff, by the way.
Oh, heck, man. I've watched a
I'm
few
hearing
Kentucky games.
The possibility of Colin at Brigham.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
Oh.
In the future.
Why not?
We'll see.
Why
we'll
not?
see.
Yeah.
I've got a good source on that, but
Have you watched
There's-
Kentucky much?
yeah, yes.
His minutes come in like, I don't know, buckets of like, oh, here's 10 minutes and then we're going to sit you for 20 or whatever. But I watched the Arkansas game, which was a great game. 3 technical fouls in 90 seconds, I think, Kevin, in that game. It was awesome. Both teams just wanted to beat each other so bad. Right? It was a great basketball game. But Colin, dude, he came in, steal a transition dunk in a big moment, like hit a clutch 3. I watched him on a highlight last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. He hit a game tire or a game winner at the end. Like there's some lots there, but his minutes are still restricted.
I would love it if he went to the portal, if he came home, man.
That'd be okay with me too.
That'd be awesome.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm just saying there is a possibility.
Well, obviously he has all of the connections and things that he had before when he was committed and recruited. Many of those are still in place here. So.
And he could absolutely just still stay at Kentucky and do his thing.
And do his thing there.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm hearing that there's a possibility.
I'll be down
next
for
year.
it. Sign me up for it. If it happens,
Absolutely.
I'm on board.
Absolutely, man.
Man, and then
I'm excited about Dean Rickard, by the way, the Tim Few kid.
The only thing I don't like about it is I got to wait 2 years, which I love.
No, Dean's not a mission. Not a mission.
Someone told me in the Discord he was.
No, he's coming next year.
Whoa, dude. So now let's play roster building next year.
BYU will have members of the church who play for the team again.
Whoa.
Which, by the
news.
way, I think the last 2 games have to be the only times ever BYU's not played any members of the church in the game.
Holy cow.
Because
I never thought
Richie
of
and
that.
Dawson and Brody are
out.
all injured.
Yeah. Whoa. Hey, speaking of that trio, Dawson has the option.
He can come back if he wants.
What is he thinking? Do you know? Have you talked with him?
I know there's interest.
Okay. Because I would love it. We could use
the recovery from the ACL. It was in November. So when would he be full go? And when? Yeah, it could be for this season. We'll see. We'll see. Now, I want him so bad to be on next year's team.
And Brody too. We need Brody, man. We need to see it finally. Like
in high school, Brody Kozlowski was on the level of production in head-to-head matchups with Con Knippel of the Hornets and Koa Pete. Like he was going toe-to-toe with these guys in AAU ball and doing great.
Yeah.
Knocking down threes, rebounding the ball. BYU could have used that a ton off the bench this year. Like
especially the threes
I've known
and
Brody
the
since
rebounding.
he was little
Mhm.
because I've worked with Kristen since like 2009.
Mm-hmm.
His mom with BYU TV. So I'm a huge fan. Like when he came to BYU, the instant I saw it, I called Kristen. I was like, let's go. Like I'm stoked. I love Brody. Great kid. Couldn't have a better fit at BYU. Got to get him healthy. Got to get his foot healthy. Nate Pickens and so on and so forth. Yeah. Dean Rickard coming in. You hope that you can get high profile first round projected guy that was on campus that I gave a tour to a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Whose initials are BB.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's oddly specific.
I'm not supposed to, I can talk about the current transfers, I guess.
Right.
There's no tampering going on. I'm just me talking about. But
it's on Twitter. I mean, like other national people.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That and then you got to get in the portal, a guy here, a guy there. I do wonder if there's going to be like at least half the roster turned over.
Yeah.
From this isn't a great fit.
Yeah.
Who knows? But there's certain guys that I think they thought would come in and do certain something, and it hasn't worked out. Because everyone has the option to bounce, you also have the option to say this isn't working out. So
and football does this, right? Like, and like, listen, I know several of the kids who've hit the portal over the years. I've been close with several of the football kids who've hit the portal over the years. I'll pick 2 that I feel comfortable sharing conversations I've had with. Miles Davis and Jake Eichhorn both go to Utah State.
Yep.
Both now have really good chances to go play at the next level. I don't know they don't get that same opportunity sitting at BYU and not getting the touches as Miles or the time on the field as Jake. Now they've got those opportunities. It's a win-win for everybody. They like their time at BYU. BYU thought, hey, let's just brutally honest with them. Like, hey, look, honestly, it's probably not going to get better this year than it was last year. They go find an opportunity. It's a win-win for everybody.
And sometimes it's minutes opportunity. Other times it's like, you know what? It's not a good fit here.
Yeah.
From a culture standpoint of a production on the court
Yeah.
or field or whatever.
Scheme or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what next year's like in, year 3. What high-profile recruit do you sort of get on campus? What high-profile transfers can you get? I'm confident that BYU is going to put together really, really good recruiting class and transfer class and so on and so forth. So
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
Brooks Barr back from his mission. He's a lefty kind of TJ House type.
Right now, we're going the all LDS team next year.
That's not it.
Colin Chandler, Dawson Baker, Brody Kozlowski, Dean Rickard. Right there. Just roll them out. Doesn't make sense. The positions do not make sense. It's the all LDS team.
Now we're back to the 8th seed and hoping we get to the tournament and barely win.
That's not going to do us any favors.
Honestly, the talent among LDS basketball players very different than football.
Yeah.
Like that whole conversation of like how many members of the church do you want on this team or whatever, which is like an uncomfortable conversation to have. It's like, yes, but like doesn't matter that much. Like it does, but it doesn't. Is in football, there's tons of members of the church who are super capable. And thanks to 3rd, 4th generation Polynesian families that are LDS, there's tons of, especially interior linemen.
Yeah.
That's an important piece. And now we're getting
that's
way
the
more
hardest spot to recruit.
Right. And skill position players have exploded in that space too. It used to be like primarily Polynesians were your linemen. No. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
They can play any, like they probably always could, but initially I think
They almost
a couple
got
generations ago,
stereotyped, like,
which
unfairly,
is not fair. Now it's whatever. Thank goodness, because all the LDS kids and the Polynesians and so on and so forth, they do a great job of supplying the program with guys that already want to come to BYU, as opposed to now, hey, you're in the portal. Is this a good fit? You find the Trey Alexanders of the world who are awesome.
Right.
They're great fits. They're from the South. There's like not a ton of Treys. He's a unique cat in the best way. We love him. So it's great. In basketball, it's not like that.
Yeah.
There's not a gajillion top end. We can compete for a national championship, Final Four, first round picks who are members of the church out there. It's just different.
Right.
I'm not sure why.
And I do feel
Despite
like
all the gyms in the churches,
we're doing our part. We're putting gyms across
the Lord
the globe.
loves ball.
We know it. That does ebb and flow a little bit. Like even with football, like in the class of 2026,
special.
You had more LDS top 200, 300 athletes than I think probably ever.
Yes,
they were LDS, and we landed on a really high percentage of all of them. Right.
Yes.
The one who kind of got away is Malachi Lee, up at Michigan. Jerk, Kevin. But like the rest of them, like pretty much landed on all of them, right? And in hoops, sometimes
you're not going to hit on all of them. Nor should they.
Yeah,
Come on.
And then in hoops, you go back to the Lone Peak squads or these different teams. Occasionally, you get just these groups, but I don't know that you can consistently build a team, nor should you want to, that is exclusively one kind of box like that.
Yes.
Like you got to go find the right people.
This is a new BYU. It's totally different. I'm seeing beards I've never seen before.
Whoa.
I'm seeing recruiting at a higher level than we've never seen before in football, men's basketball, cross country, golf, like all of it, right? It's happening. It's super cool. Part of that's being in the Big 12. Part of that is the ambition of the coach. Kevin Young, he wants to win the Natty. So what does that mean? I need to get
NBA
best possible talent, NBA guys that I can get. And how many kind of NBA guys that are members of the church coming out every year? There's not that many.
Maybe one. Not even averaging one, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
It's hard. So just make the best team you can that fits the profile of a BYU team as much as you can and proceed from there.
And this is what we all should want, right?
Yeah.
Either whether you're a sports fan or you're just a fan of what BYU's unique message is and it's, sponsored church, this is what we should want, right? To be as excellent as we can be while upholding all the values and doing all the things that we want to do.
Have there been a few misses in the news recently? Unfortunately, yes.
Right.
And you hope that moving forward, you don't want those kinds of things to happen.
Yeah.
Let's have BYU continue to recruit at a high level and find great fits and win games and have the message be relevant.
All right. Amen.
Yeah.
Kevin, we need all your deep thoughts here before we wrap this up.
Mitch, if those MFers try to find me, screw them. I did not say a word about how they cheated us.
I love it.
Calculated mark is a fun mark.
Yeah, the best was I think it was his first year at BYU. After the Utah game that they lost, he was like, "Those officials are the bravest."
What a brave and courageous screw!
Yeah,
You could never
What
ask
a
for a better.
brave and he said it with so much anger in his face. Like it was so funny.
he's incredible. He's incredible.
Sarcasm works in that way. I don't think he was fined.
He did not
can't
get
be
fined.
because
No.
he didn't say anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
Insane.
can't fine you on sarcasm.
yeah.
It's the kind of crew you hope you get every night. Just so brave, so courageous.
Someone, your thoughts on the. He'd like take a sec. What a brave and courageous crew. He's like not making eye contact with anybody.
Oh, I was at one of the coaches' shows, and you get like, we were with all the young men, and like there's the questions. I think there's some questions on camera, but the real ones are like in the breaks.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we're on the breaks, and it's a pretty small group that night, which it usually isn't. Usually it's fairly full. But it's kind of a small group, and they're like, kind of, any questions? Like, no one raising their hand. So I raise my hand. I'm like, hey, coach, do you find
Mark?
This is to Mark. Hey, coach, do you find that the officiating in the first half and the second half at times are drastically different? And does that make it hard to like, how to call the game? He's like, yeah, it's really annoying and I hate it. Like that was, and that was like the time I think where there was a minute when he first came in where we would like start a different center to go in and get like 2 fouls. And it's, what was that?
That was with Dave Rose. We would put Luke Worthington in because Eric Mika was picking up 2 fouls.
2 fouls right out of the gates.
One time, Luke Worthington, sacrificial lamb, goes out there and gets 2 early fouls, comes out, and the crowd's like, yeah, you did it. And it was like so anti-refs. Eric comes in, I think it was his sophomore year, Eric's sophomore year. But one of my favorite Mark stories. And I like Mark.
Maybe this was a Colby Lee situation, but
I know there's some people that don't like Mark, but I like Mark.
You got a problem with Idaho boys?
Colby,
I didn't say that. Colby
Lee told me what he thought of the staff one time at the Creamery Outlet. I saw him after his BYU career. And I was like, dang, dude, sorry, man. Good to see you, though. Love Colby.
Nice floater.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right there, dude. That was like the pre-floater era, too. Okay, so when BYU was recruiting Jabari Parker.
Yeah.
They tried to roll out the blue carpet, right, and everything. So Mark tells me, hey, we know he's coming into town and is going to surprise us, but we got to be ready. So we're going to act like we didn't know. So I'm going to bring him in the front door of the BYU Broadcasting Building, and I'm going to text you. I need you to cross on like the second floor in the middle, and I'm going to say in front of him, hey, we got a super special guest. Any way you can get Studio C ready in the next like 3 minutes for a presentation, and I need you to act like you didn't know and that this suddenly happens. Meanwhile, it's all set up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jabari walks in. Mark's yelled up to me. I'm like, you got it, dude. Like, and then the presentation happens, slides, the whole video, the whole thing. We try to help, sell the BYU angle as much as possible. Didn't work. He goes to Duke, But I always laugh about the idea of like, hey, we got to make this look like we didn't know. Let's go.
Funny. Mark with the gamesmanship, dude. I love it. I love that.
Nothing was more fun than, in his era, 2019-20. Like that season, COVID took away from it. We were playing like a top 10 team at the end.
Top number 1 3-point shooting team in the country.
It was
all the veterans we had back,
It
like
was
got
fun,
Yoli
man.
back, got everybody back.
And then the next
Jake
year,
comes
it's
back.
like Alex Barcelo is the greatest example of like used damaged goods at another program that comes in here and is made whole.
He's like the poster boy for transfer portal.
Yes.
Like
At
why
BYU.
the transfer
Yes.
portal should be a thing.
Carson Ryan had that same sort of
Same thing.
renaissance, right? All it takes is like 1 year. Alex Barcelo had like 3 years. You get Matt Harms, you get Brandon Averett, you have like a team
Matt
that's a
Harms.
6 seed. They face Mick Cronin's UCLA and they lose in the
Oh
first
my
round. That was a
gosh.
tough one. That was a tough one.
And
Lot of-
UCLA
lot
did
of
go to the
NBA
Final
guys
Four
went
that
next
year.
year. Yes,
No,
UCLA
that's-
went
In
on
that
a run.
same tournament.
That same
that
tournament.
year.
Yes, UCLA went on a crazy
It was a
run
great
as an 11.
run for them.
Juzang, Kyle Clark. Can't remember the point guard's name, but he was good.
Juzang.
Jaime Jaquez.
Jaime
Oh,
Jaquez
yeah,
gave
He was
us-
on that. So they had
Jaime
two
was-
NBA guys at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to have two NBA guys to make a run.
Jeez, man. Well,
We'll see with Rob Wright III too.
yeah.
Kind of what his future is.
Yeah, I think my bold prediction is that he returns. to
That'd be
BYU.
awesome.
That's my bold
As I
prediction.
stated last time, he will enter the portal regardless of whether he intends to come back or not. Just see
Mhm.
value, and so we'll see, man. It'd be
Yeah.
great to have him back. If you can build around the BB guy, if
Mhm.
should he come
Mhm.
to BYU, they feel good about it. Rob Wright III, and if
Who knows what
if a
these
certain
younger
Kentucky guard
guys-
came and get another trend like Dean Ricker coming in, maybe Brody's back, if Dawson's back, like that's a squad. Let's go.
That's a good squad.
That'd be a squad.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do we need to go out and replace Kada? Do we need to go find a guy with some size and
I think
some
we
rim
like
protect?
Boop's trajectory there.
Okay.
He's not like a 5, he's a 4 in that
Mhm.
spot. Do you keep Beto, as kind of a guy there? He's been kind of hit and miss, frankly,
Yeah.
this year. I'm not sure, but I bet you there's stuff in the portal that could be very interesting.
Every year there, yeah, it's always a surprise.
I like Boop's trajectory, though. I
Yeah.
really do.
Utah doesn't have any players we can steal like Kada. Kev, you got anyone scouted out up there?
I think Keanu Dawes is out of eligibility
I don't
after
watch.
this year.
I don't watch relevant basketball.
Oh, dang.
You gotta have a ranking next year number to excite me.
Okay. There's a lot of college hoops, so that might be a
Well,
fair filter.
Yeah.
What we did last year was we got 2 dudes that had good games against us in the
Oh, yeah.
conference. from,
Rob
like,
Wright.
Well, not just Rob. I'm talking Nate Pickens.
Oh.
and who was the other? Oh, Tom Russ. Yeah. Literally,
Like-
they went off against us. We're
Oh,
like, remember that guy?
That's interesting.
We do. Yeah.
I think Texas Tech did that a little bit this past year with football because when they faced UCF, Bailey, was it Bailey who was at UCF before?
He was at
Bailey was at
Stanford.
Stanford.
But they had a D tackle.
They had
Yeah.
a D tackle at
Yeah.
UCF. It's kind
And
of
then
seemed
Brendan
like
Thorsby from Cincinnati. Granted,
This
his
year.
girlfriend is on the volleyball team. Apparently, just
easy
That's
connection
helpful.
there.
Yeah.
Send a little text. Hey, is there your boyfriend? Come on a visit. Yeah, not too hard.
Frankly, I'm surprised that Sorsby kind of passed up LSU.
Yeah, because it sounded like they really wanted him.
That's quite the gig.
And yeah, it's gonna be
Maybe thought
college.
Trinidad Chambliss was going to transfer there
From
and
Ole
they
Miss?
didn't want. I don't know
Hmm.
that whole
Hmm.
thing. That man,
What's the solution? Give him 5 years out the gate with the red shirt?
it's a good question. I don't know.
Look,
But
most
it's
college
just-
students need 5 years. Okay, I'm just saying. Like
A lot of people go to school for 8 to 9 years. They're called a doctor. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's super complicated because it's like, well, I'll just get a lawsuit or an injunction from a judge that's a fan of ours in the whatever state.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's that. It
It's-
can be that
it's-
simple.
It's tricky. The NCAA is not wrong when they're like, this is hard to govern when this
Well,
is how it's going to be.
And it's gonna be hard to convince. I mean, it's great when the judge is a fan, but also if you can show like this is costing me X in income of my own name, image, and likeness. They are literally inhibiting this thing you said is constitutionally protected for me.
But
with
we
these
do have to
celebrity
cap
laws.
the eligibility at
Some
some
point.
It can't just be chaotic.
I'm not
where
saying it like one's
junior
right or
college
the other.
doesn't count, and so this, that, and that. We can't talk about age relative to this at all. We
Right.
have guys too, but it's different. They weren't playing junior college ball. They were out in a third world country, often,
Right.
losing weight. Serving. So it's complicated. I don't know, dude. It's so different though, but it is what it is. Cat's out of the bag. You can't go back to what it was.
Yeah.
Although I would argue, like, enjoy the college basketball talent and quality this year.
All time.
Maybe the best year ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when I was a kid in the 90s and just watching the amazing
When they had to.
Duke UNLV teams.
Yeah.
And, like, it just feels like we have a bunch of teams that are really good.
Yeah.
And there's
Yep.
great NBA talent. Like, I don't. Maybe this freshman class is super, super special and it's unique. Like, next year's won't match it. That's probably the case. And that we have one of those guys. So we're
Is-
engaged at sort of a different level relative to AJ versus the field.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty awesome. Like, I've watched more non-BYU college hoops this year than I ever have.
Same.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
3 of the top 10 KenPom teams ever: Arizona, Michigan, Duke this year. Last year, Florida and Duke were both. So it's like, it's getting better. You have, and this is, the freshman class is really good, so it's elevated it to a higher level. But when you have Toppin and all these guys coming back that
could have gone.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys where it's like, oh, we could go be second rounders. Well, guess what? Like Toppin came back and made 3 times what he was going to make if he had gone to the league and been drafted in the second round. There's more money in college if you're not a first round pick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Michigan's
That's a
best
good
player, Landeborg, fringe first round pick. He'll probably be a fringe lottery guy now. Before NIL, he's gone. Like he's in the draft.
Yes.
He's probably picked 32. He'll make a couple million. But like at Michigan, he's making more than he would have made from an NBA team last year.
So
That's good for the
And
support.
that's
That's
part's
good for the
working.
support.
It's great
Yes.
for the sport
Yes.
because all these teams are really good. Like you
Yeah.
look at the top 10, they've basically just like separated themselves from everyone else. They just beat each other.
Yeah.
That's where the losses come from. Right. But if you're not in that top 10, you're looking up. It's not a flat line right now.
Yeah.
And in football, we just had Indiana win a natty. Like,
Yep.
leveled the playing field in terms of if you get a great coach and the right pieces
Dude, it's
with competitive NIL,
is
like
good for the sport.
yes. And Texas Tech had a massive budget and it didn't do anything when they got to the playoff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so
There was-
it's
there
not
was a
all
few-
about money.
There's
It's
a
not
few-
entirely about
it's not entirely about money. And, you know, like there's a few pieces of that Texas Tech team that, oh man, you always wonder what if, you know, you had.
You mean if there was someone else playing quarterback?
Yeah, I was not going to say it like that, but yes, if you had a different quarterback and maybe, and you know, the wide receiver talent was pretty good still, but there
They've-
could have been a room to add someone a little bit more dynamic, at least to get behind defenses. Then it's like, oh, dang, you're 2 pieces away, like 2 portal guys, 2 NIL deals away from like, ooh, now you're really scary.
And
Like
if you're
on
Oregon,
offense.
you're like, and then there was separation between us and the top end.
Yes,
We're Oregon.
yes.
Dang.
I think it's great for the sport. I personally, I could not care to see, what was it in 2014 or 15 or something? We had LSU, Alabama play in the regular season. Then they play in the SEC conference title game. And then they play in the national championship game. Like, guys, we've seen this game 3 times.
Right.
Like, I get it. They probably are the 2 best teams, but give us something else. Like, give us something more. And now the talent's spread across the board. And when's the last time the SEC won a natty?
22 Georgia.
It's been a minute.
4 whole years.
I mean, it's still amazing, but
Yeah,
like,
Big Ten's like, it's us. I don't like the portal every year thing.
That's where it gets hard.
I can't stand it. Like, can you imagine if pro sports was this way? It'd be crazy. Kevin Durant,
unlimited free agency.
Kevin Durant and James Harden almost do this, right? It's like every 3 years.
Sorry, Kev.
It is what it is. But I wish that it was, one transfer free.
Mhm.
And that's it.
I like it. I think it makes it interesting. Every time the portal hits, I'm like, okay, here we go.
And for BYU, I guess we haven't really lost that many high profile
keep
athletes.
winning. We keep, like, if you look at the addition, subtraction math, like, we keep winning.
Yes. Shaylee Gonzalez to Texas was a big blow.
Right.
In women's hoops.
Yeah.
And that there were things going. Yeah, in football, have we lost a ton of dudes? Where we go?
Keelan is the one
Man.
that hurts me.
That one hurt.
And some of that's like personal. Harrison Taggart kind of hurt me a little bit. Again, that's personal to a degree, just because I like
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah.
But
Men's
honestly,
hoops. We haven't lost one that went off and
balled
did
out.
great. I
somewhere.
mean, Colin Chandler goes with Mark post mission. He
Right.
never actually was here.
just wait till
Signed.
Khalifa.
yeah.
He's coming back, right?
Down Hall is probably the best one.
Down Hall.
Down Hall, yeah.
Yep, that
Playing
one was tough.
playing for a ranked Virginia team.
Yep,
Yeah.
that one was tough.
But it made sense because he just didn't fit what Kevin Young wanted to do. Which
Right.
is fine.
Right.
Yes.
And he's still balling somewhere.
Yeah.
Like,
But the ratio, if you go, okay, we just
Yeah.
listed what, like 5 people.
now let's go
We
look
could
at the
list
addition.
30,
Of the additions.
right? That came in and made a huge difference. Yeah. So BYU's doing great that way. That's awesome.
So maybe I would disagree if it was the mathematics.
If it was negative 25 or something, we're saying like, oh, it's plus whatever.
I talked to Utah fans
we
last year.
Hate it even more.
I talked to Utah fans last year, so like before this last season, and they were like, I don't like college football anymore. I'm sick of it. I hate it. I hate what it's become.
We haven't been to a Rose Bowl in 4
years.
We haven't lost a Rose Bowl in 4 years. I am jealous of those Rose Bowls, by the way. I know we'd like to joke that, hey, you lost your. That'd be awesome if BYU played in a game like that.
That'd be cool.
At some point.
Yeah.
I would love to lose 2 Rose Bowls as well.
I think I'd rather win one.
I know.
But. Okay.
Someone tweeted at me about like Richie's injury, like something about Cam Rising in Utah and whatever. I was like, I don't get it. I was like, I don't remember asking you, what are you doing here?
But Jarom,
in
it's
my
the
mentions,
internet.
There's so many. There's like the last like 3 weeks, I've had so much Oklahoma State people in my DMs from F the Mormon stuff. Utah
Ref some Mormon stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Well, we still stand that it didn't have whatever, and it was multiple. You said chant in your release; it was chants. All this stuff, so much hatred. It's like the mute button is being activated quite a bit.
That's nice.
I don't block people because I'm like, I don't care if you see my.
Oh, I
tweets.
only block Utah fans.
There you go.
And a few of them.
I did mute like 75 Utah fans after the Nick Emery, Larry Kraskowiak stuff.
Oh wow. Yeah.
There was a lot of hatred for a couple days in there.
That was.
But it's all good. If you're tweeting at me, that means something. As I like to say, where's Utah Sports Nation? Where's that?
Yeah,
why don't you guys talk about it on that show? Oh, it doesn't exist.
Where's Utah Connect?
Where's your Utah TV? Where's your Utah Connect?
Where's that
It
at?
doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right.
Where's your Oklahoma State? Whatever.
Not around.
I know there are other stuff. I do love the majority of the fans from the Big 12.
Oh, honestly, it's been great.
There's only one school I have a major.
It's Utah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We that's
I'm
long.
not shy about it.
There's a long history there.
Yeah. It's all good.
And you know what? If I was Utah fans, I'd be mad too right now.
Absolutely.
You kind of fumbled the whole situation here.
Not gonna
like you had this advantage, and it was erased so quick.
Yeah.
Like that's just how I get it. And now you're like, oh well, wait, no, I'm not supposed to be. Though we're supposed to be. Like there's this disequilibrium. Like,
and now it's a new era, and is it going to be much different or going to be worse? Like,
oh, I think it gets trickier for them. It just gets harder.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, if the golden era of Utah football is 2 4-loss seasons, going 0-1 to your rival, and then losing in the Rose Bowl, I don't know. I'll let you have that. I'm okay with that.
2019 should have been the year for Utah.
Yeah. This is Huntley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
De So Pupa.
Yeah.
2019 was you.
But too bad. Oh well.
For more Utah Connect.
Hit the subscribe. It's not there. It won't be.
GoDaddy.com does not have UtahConnect.com.
No more domain names for them. Sorry.
Remember when Danica Patrick was the face
of
GoDaddy?
How could I forget? I've always been a big racing fan. I didn't know she was a racer till those commercials. Oh god. But dude, the internet has changed, huh? A little bit.
Has it?
A little bit, man. Dude, have you seen Kevin, I promise we'll end this episode. Kevin's like, I want to go home, Jake. Shut up.
No, if it's about Danica Patrick, you can you can keep going.
I was gonna start talking about AI. Have you seen like these Claude 4.6 things where it's like, dude, I'm telling you, like Eric, CougConnect partner, owner, Eric.
Across the street from me.
Across the street from you. Yep. He's like a whiz with all this stuff. And he's like always showing me things. Like we are months to a year away from you being able to go on your phone and be like, hey, Claude, or probably even Grok or Gemini or Chat or whoever you like, because they're all, just exponentially growing, leveling up. Hey, I'd like you to create a website for me that does this, but also this. It has the capability to do this and that, and I want you to write it in this coding language, and it needs to work with these things. And I'll be like, okay. And it's done.
And it's just done?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's here. So like from GoDaddy of like, get my domain name and like pay someone to build out this to like, in a 10-sentence prompt, you have a fully functioning, customized website.
Most of the videos I watched the last couple of days on Twitter were Sedance 2.0. This is crazy. And it's like Transformers, like just crazy animation and CGI and everything. And I'm like, where is this going? I have been thinking about, like, how does this affect sports broadcasting? And does this affect my role? Because I hopefully don't think that AI will call a game or host a studio show. I do think that graphics will be AI soon, where it's just, hey, I see that there was an offensive rebound by this guy. It pops out that stat off the bug.
Yeah.
This guy scores, pops off this. Or do you watch an alternate feed? I don't think people really like that. They just want to watch the game on the one feed. But graphically, could they call replays? Does it replace a producer? Oh, yeah, we animate into this with this logo, and then you see that part of the play. Do you do two? Doesn't know how much time it has before the ball's inbounded, where there's subs or not. There's all these nuances.
That part will happen. That part will happen.
And working NBA games, like, a lot of teams are cutting a lot of things. Like, they're not traveling as much as they used to. They're doing cloud games. I'm on a headset with someone who's not in the truck in the venue. They're back in LA for the Clippers or whatever. Like, FanDuel's cutting a lot of their regional stuff. It's interesting. I wonder how it affects sports broadcasting moving forward.
I think there's always going to be with sports. There's always going to be the human element of, like, a player probably does not want to talk to Optimus Robot. You know, like, you want a person and you want a relationship with that person. And even, like, we bring players here in the podcast, like Kevin will tell you, if it's a first-time player who doesn't know me, doesn't know Kevin, doesn't know CougConnect, they just got here from the transfer portal, there's a fair amount of discussion prior to let this person know, like, hey, like, we got your back. Like, we're not here to trap you into saying some clickbaity thing for us or that. Like, we really want to get to know you, tell your story here, talk about exciting things about you. But it takes almost like you have to develop that relationship.
Yeah.
I think that will always exist.
Yeah.
Justin
That's
Kirkland says the racy stuff.
Yeah.
You got to edit him.
Yeah.
The human relationship, for sure. But, like, could AI just edit it? We don't want to take away Kevin's job, but, like, will AI edit the pod?
It already does.
It already does. Yeah.
There you go.
We have, and it makes our shorts.
That's great.
And Kevin, it's less work for Kev, and we're all happy for that.
I want Kevin to have a job still. I'm just saying.
Kevin will still get paid.
I just have to know how to use it. That's my job.
Yes.
That's and that's a conversation I've been having with some friends that have, like, kids at Stanford, and what their conversations are at Stanford of, like, well, what jobs do I need to tell my kids to prepare to get with the technology? Are we all just going to cut hair and be plumbers at some point? Like,
the fine motor skills.
Like,
yeah.
AI won't take away the mechanic.
Yeah.
Well, could a computer maybe do?
Dude,
with the modern car? Maybe.
Here's the thing. If you continue to go electric, you're going to have less moving parts. And the way Tesla is building them, at least, you're going to be able to manufacture them in fewer pieces. So ultimately,
at some point there will be fewer mechanics.
They're already, if you look at the assembly line, it's already like 90% robotic building it. So now you just have your Optimuses in your service center, or that come to your house, that understand, hey, I can pull this motor out and put it back in because you'll start designing cars where it's simpler for a robotic guy with a wrench to just get in and do this. Like a shoe,
you just customize your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that now, but, like, way more, like, oh, I want this paint, this, whatever.
Yeah.
That's already happening. Will kids go to just online school at some point in the future?
I do. Listen,
nothing in person?
I am a former public school teacher, right? An educator in the public school system, not a private school system. And I will tell you this, Kevin knows,
experienced it firsthand,
my teaching, but
and you say AI, please. That's what
please. The sooner the better. But I do think
Jake wouldn't have known if I was using AI.
That's true. That's true. But I do think one of the biggest benefits you get from sending your kids in person in school is social skills with their peers, learning to work with different adults who have different standards and expectations. Like how about having to go talk to an adult, like, hey, this is late and maybe overdue. I'm not supposed to be able to turn it in. Is there something I can do to make up? Just navigating problems and solutions, making friends, dealing with kids who don't like you. that there's value in that, and that
Asshole
translates
rich
to
kids.
those people. The all that, like, there's value that carries over into your career or just your relationships even in the future.
I agree.
Yeah, and AI can't replace that necessarily. Maybe
Right.
you can,
And like team sports, interacting, being together.
yeah. No one wants to watch the Techno Bowl in real life. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. It's interesting to see what impact that will have in the future. Will you have post-game press conferences where the school just says, here are the questions, you submit the questions and they'll just be read? You don't actually get to be there in person anymore? I don't know. I hope not.
you go to sports
I hope
broadcasting
not.
with this. Like, you take us down that path. And so I want to ask you a sports broadcasting question. Could AI do play-by-play much easier than it could do color commentary?
Probably.
Because play-by-play is
You're
more just to
physically
describe
describing.
what's going on.
Yes.
Where color is like, I need to have knowledge of the game, the teams. Maybe I'm a former
History,
player, or
context.
I understand how they run a system.
How would it know, how to be subjective in that moment?
Mhm.
Or that's a terrible call. Or no,
Mhm.
that is a right call based on the rules of 14.7.21. Like, no, that's not what we want.
There's
and
a
like-
92% chance that's the right call.
And like talk shows, you like a personality. I'm like you. I like certain people when in the media, and
Yes.
I consume that content not because I like the stuff they talk about as much as I like them.
Yeah.
And then I I don't like Bill Simmons' Boston stuff, but I think Bill's super smart and funny and interesting, and I like his pop culture stuff.
Yes.
I don't care for the Celtics or the Red Sox, but I really enjoy his interactions with Cousin Sal or Zach Lowe or formerly Russillo, like all that stuff. I like the personality, so I think there's value there, and I certainly want to keep my job for the duration. Like in 50 years,
Mhm.
I'm going to be 90, but like I still want to be doing this in 30 something years,
Yeah.
and then retire. But like, what does that look like with all this tech? What is sports broadcasting? What is a pregame show? What is a radio broadcast? When
Yeah.
Greg's done, I want to take over there.
Sure.
What does that look like? How is it different? Even in 5 or 7 years,
Yeah. No.
I don't know the answer.
I think in 5 and 7 years is a good question, good time frame to look at.
Yeah.
It could be that quick. It's funny because to back up exactly what you're saying, you're noticed like there's like a specific podcast circuit. Like someone goes on one podcast and they hit like all the popular podcasts and their circuit's like complete.
At ESPN, they call this the car wash.
Okay.
Mhm.
I feel like you're able to do that and not really annoy people because people pick podcast hosts or personalities that they like. They're probably not watching all of those podcasts. Maybe they listen to one or two, but they want to get this person's interaction with that guest specifically. So they'll tune into that podcast. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's always going to be a thing, whether it's sports or whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah. And you're not listening to probably multiple of those versions of that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Great question.
Kev, you're
I'm
the
interested to see
young
what
guy.
happens here.
You're the young guy who's here at the cusp of like all these things. What's your thoughts on this AI stuff? You also use it
Yeah.
to produce this show, probably at your other
That's great.
job and stuff as well.
Yep. AI can't experience BYU losing Richie Saunders one Saturday. And then the next weekend, I'm watching college hoops while there's a Houston fan on a hot mic yelling the F word every single time it pans to Kelvin Sampson. It doesn't experience that.
Did that happen during the Arizona game?
Oh, yeah. If you go back and watch it, probably 25 on a hot mic, like legitimately 25, 30 times.
So it was Mick Cronin. Nice.
Yeah. And then Dylan Brooks breaks his hand while that's happening, and my son's season is over. And then Merrill Kelly's back.
Son's SUNS.
He does not
to
have
be
a
clear.
son
Yeah,
on the
sons,
Phoenix Suns.
yeah.
No apostrophe.
The son's season is over. Merrill Kelly's back is already sprained, so our opening day pitcher is already going to be out most likely. Yeah, AI can't experience that. So
Yeah, that's true.
as long as AI can't feel what I feel and that heartbreak of 3 Saturdays in a row of just depression, sports depression, not actual depression, I'll be fine.
What's going to happen this Saturday? Jeez.
Yeah, I know. I'm
You're
horrified.
bracing yourself.
I'm horrified for whatever's
Dang it.
coming my way. but
Dang.
You'll make it. You all come out the other side better, stronger person.
yeah, I was gonna call hotline on Saturday.
I think AI will might teach gospel doctrine or Sunday school at some point.
It already is, I bet. Like when people give talks, it's like, wait a second.
Once they say, "Thus we see," we go, "No, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
This isn't in English." Yeah, interesting. Yep.
Yeah,
Super useful tool. Just hope it doesn't replace any of the things we love. Because here's the thing: is
Can
like,
it do missionary work?
it's got to.
Like at some point, is it a massive tool that way?
Maybe that's why we're getting it now. Maybe there's a higher purpose for. Because right, we always point to like, oh, airplane travel and oh, the internet and oh, this, like it brings all these good things along with the bad, and it furthers this. Like,
Right.
is AI another one of those tools that's like, oh, now the gospel is shared way more effectively?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be.
Or accurately. Does
Yeah.
it give it accurate portrayal?
Yeah.
Dispels some of the straw man myths and boogeyman things, and it's
You'll
like,
still need the personal touch. That's why you don't do mass baptisms for the dead.
mm-hmm.
All individual.
Yeah.
Individual. And the millennium, it'll take 1,000 years to do all the work. That's why the millennium exists, because it will take that long to do all of it.
Yeah. Billions and billions
It
and
will take
billions of people.
so long. Yeah.
Even with everyone grinding.
And hopefully by then BYU wins the Natty.
Oh, it's
College
happening.
football playoff.
It's happening. Marketing. Kevin, what's your call sheet prediction of like BYU wins the Natty, Jesus
AJ
comes back?
most likely to be number one pick.
Yeah.
On the call sheet.
Yeah.
I saw that the other
I'll
day.
take it.
Yeah.
happened
This
today.
morning or something. Yeah.
Yeah, happened today. He's now the favorite.
What's your call sheet pick on BYU wins a Natty in football or the end of the world? The things preceding the second coming transpire. There's no football. What happens
That
first?
scares me to death, by the way.
Especially that we're building something kind of special right now.
Well, I'm a little intimidated by. I want to go to heaven and I want to do all the things required to do that. But I'm like, there's no mention of sports here. Everyone tells me there's going to be sports, but I'm a little scared because I really care about it now.
Supposedly it's going to be better up there. They oh, you won't even think about BYU football once you're up there. It's like, really?
Injuries off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
But like,
all I need. My
is
sports.
everyone fast? Is everyone in shape? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I
no
think
one
we're
gets
all
tired.
I feel like we're all given different gifts, and some of those are physical, some of those are spiritual, some of those are like intellectual. So I think like,
can you imagine a world where you don't care about football? Like when you die, suddenly you just don't care about football.
it's hard.
The things
It's-
of the soul
that's-
obviously matter more.
yeah.
I
And-
just
and they
don't
do to me-
envision being like, I have suddenly no desire. That's probably what's going to happen.
They listen. Like
I love it so much.
in my list of priorities, like my faith is higher than my football thing, clearly. And like, if you know me, like, right. But like, if you knew me from birth to this point in my life, it'd be very hard to divorce what I've experienced here on earth from football. So much of who I am is based around football. Does that just from the way I was raised,
Yes.
the sports I play, like everything, the lessons I was taught, the values, like I have a hard time in the trainings I give now to highly productive
Not
leaders of
say
not bringing in
sports stuff.
football
I had
analogies
someone
or
on Sunday,
comparisons.
I taught Elders Quorum, and they go in a sports analogy of this because you just can't give up sports. I go, never. Well, we've existed for 5 trillion years, and we're on the earth for like 40 something.
Yeah.
We're like, well, football. We'll die and be like, we
Yeah.
never actually cared about it that much. That was just I do love it though.
Yeah, when you
I'm
step
like, there's
out,
no hoops in heaven. There have to be.
chariot races. Is that what it is? Is it?
It's just Ben Hur.
But in the sky, around the stars.
I know. I'm just like, I just really like it. Great.
Oh, I
I
want
need
to.
section 139 to be about football fields and soccer fields. And
What else did you see? What else? Tell us more. Was there other things there?
the Community of Christ has like other sections of the Doctrine and Covenants.
We should read these on the podcast. Filter
They
for
go-
football.
They're like in section 171. I'm like, whoa, what?
171.
Nice, dude. We have other documents that could have been.
You're
at
gonna
the
get
same
there, and it's gonna like, yeah, we're all going to a football game, and you're like sick, and you get there, and it's Canadian football. And you're like, oh. it's the holier way. You're like, no, it's not.
The
You
funniest tweet of
show up and Sean Padilla's like officiating a basketball game.
like, you made it.
How?
He's at the judgment bar. We're like, this is gonna be sketch.
Like, we'll find out how powerful the atonement is right now.
The funniest thing I heard about Canada over the weekend was someone's like, we beat the snow Mexicans in ice soccer. Like, what?
I saw one that was like,
What?
it's called ice football now.
We get to rename it now.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to my homie Gregor Bell. Didn't see him today in the office.
Oh,
Didn't know if
did
he
you wear
was-
that? Did
Didn't
you
know
wear
if he
that?
was in mourning. I wore this Thursday
Okay.
because the men had their semifinal. Or no, maybe it was Friday. Friday. The
Yeah.
women won, and the men had the semifinal.
Which they balled in. Was it like
Yes.
5-1 or something?
6-2 to Slovak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. But anyways, I'm sure he showed up after I was gone. But I was like, is Greg in mourning today? I love Greg. I'm so sorry, but not sorry at the same time.
So he's home with the maple leaf on, and he's like this.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, for sure.
he's a naturalized American.
But listen, how much has he
when
lived?
the Winter Olympics, he's back to Canadian.
It's
for
home
sure.
roots.
He should be.
Okay.
We love Greg. He's one of our favorite.
Oh, I love Greg
He's
too.
my favorite Canadian. But
Man.
yeah, it was after the the door was shut after the women won. USA. John McBride too, who's in athletics. Yeah, those are the two like
Oh, those are our guys.
naturalized Americans who are Canadian.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I thought they would say sorry a lot more. I've met both of them. I've never heard a sorry.
Oh, sorry. It comes out with Greg a little bit.
Really?
Listen closely. Yeah.
I will. He does a really good job because usually I can catch the flag or the bag or whatever it is.
Yeah, he doesn't really do that one.
No,
he
but
does,
he's
he does sorry.
Oh.
It comes out. Yep.
He's pretty good though.
Love Greg.
You might think he's from Orem if you're not, informed. He's that good.
He's Utah Valley, man.
Utah. He's lived here longer. I feel like
Oh yeah.
he's got to switch the Team
was-
USA.
Don't lose those roots, man.
Okay.
From Alberta.
I mean, I wasn't cheering for Norway. Like I wasn't
But
cheering
you
for.
didn't live in Norway for 17 years growing up.
Touche.
He came to BYU when he was 17, and his freshman year was 1984. So he's like, I remember watching us win the national title, thinking, "Is this what we always do? This is great."
Oh my gosh, what an experience!
Goes on his mission to Brazil. I'm in Brazil. This podcast will end at some point.
Eventually.
My bad. I'm talking to someone in southern Brazil about their mission in Sao Paulo. I'm looking through their Sao Paulo South, I think, looking through their mission book, and there's a full head of hair Greg Rubel picture. I'm looking at it in southern Brazil on my mission. I go, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And I didn't have a phone, otherwise I would have been like, bro.
Somebody
'Cause
out there find this photo.
Because I interacted with Greg when I was 16, and then we chatted like throughout high school. I like went up to KSL and sat in the studio with him.
Dude.
On Sports Night with Greg Bell, which was a show he did on KSL. And he like put me on the air and everything.
Dude.
He asked me my GPA at Copper Hills. I was like 4.0. He's like, what? As a sophomore, I was so proud. Yeah. But yeah.
I did not know you guys' connection went that far back. That's very
26 years.
That's very cool.
Wrote letters of recommendation for me for BYU. Yeah. He's been great.
That's awesome.
And now we share an office wall. Like we're right next to each
And
other.
he hears USA on Friday when he probably didn't.
USA. That's what it sounds like. Through the wall.
It's amazing.
Greg's great. Yep.
Okay, Kev, for reals, final thoughts here. Are you ready to wrap this?
Am I ready? Are you ready to wrap?
I'm gonna just go with the flow.
Oh,
kind
jeez.
of. Yeah, it's late. It's a little late.
Is this
Yeah.
did we just do a 2-hour pod?
I don't know where are we at, Kev.
140.
Well, we gotta go 20 more minutes.
Okay, last time we said, hey, message us a certain
we had somebody
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
on Twitter. Was
Just
it
one?
Muskrat? Was
Yeah.
that what it was?
Time spent viewing is probably low at the end.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably.
What's the ideal pod number here, Kevin?
Oh,
'Cause
it's
we
not
need to-
long.
We'll divide this into 5.
I think if we hit that 15-minute mark, it cooks with the algorithm. And once we go about over like 40, it drops. But
So no
That's
one's
all right.
watching right now.
they're not. But
No.
guess what?
Someone will.
Someone will. And hey, if you go check your mentions, someone at Jarom Jordan at CougConnect said Muskrat. I appreciate the whatever talk and sent it, and I retweeted it. I'm like, no one's gonna know why I'm
I missed that
retweeting
one. That's
this.
great.
Yeah.
So what's the word for this one?
I don't know, Kev. You got to pick it.
Is it Suns? SUNS?
No.
No.
No. I don't know.
Should we stick with mammals?
Yeah.
Pick a mammal.
Um,
Pick your favorite mammal.
Whale.
Whale.
Yep.
Whale. I think we should go
Big.
like blue whale,
Okay.
you know, because it's like BYU.
This is Utah. Are we saying blue well?
Blue
Or
Whale.
whale?
Whale.
Well.
Blue
Well.
well.
Blue whale.
Wow.
WELL.
Phil Still.
Phil Still.
What?
Mountains.
Who?
Yeah.
What?
The mountains.
BYU,
Okay.
BYU, Texas Tech. Last game of the season. That's for the 5 seed in the Big 12.
That's it.
Ooh.
Yep.
You're calling it. There's a logjam at with 4 losses right now. You
Yep.
need some carnage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They play
Need some
Iowa.
help.
They play Iowa State and Cincinnati.
Mm.
They're losing those 2.
Yeah.
It feels like the guy that went down for them
JT Dobbin.
is almost bigger than us losing Richie because they don't have an
Yes.
AJ like
They kind of had a
counterpart.
big 2.
They just have.
They have a better surrounding group
Cast.
than
yeah.
BYU. Because Atwell, Watts, they can kind of do their thing, but we don't know who that third person is. It's going to be game to game to go. Oh, Kennard.
Mhm.
Oh, Boscovich. They combined for 30.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's a surprise.
They kind of have to continue to do something similar. Rob, the reason that they were so important is because Rob had a off game.
Yeah, yeah,
If Rob's on, you don't need the 30 from yes.
yeah.
You
But
need 20.
It's nice to know that there are people there who can answer the call if you needed
Yeah.
to, right? In the right
And in a
situation.
huge game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so blue whale. Whale.
Why am I saying what
What
way?
I will.
1, 2, 3. Whiskey!
Whiskey. Kev, my last question for you. Pocky.
Are you trying to get to 2 hours?
We're 143 and a half.
No, let's not.
Pocky. We're not going for 2 hours. Pocky brought up Beto's. I was on the pot. Is this
yeah.
where you're headed?
I am not sure.
You're not sure.
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
I mean, technically, my calorie app is
You're at a
I hit
deficit
my
today?
limit. I hit my limit for today.
But it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Hey.
You were so good today. Let's go celebrate tomorrow. Just real quick, last thing, and we really will end this. Do you have something?
No.
Okay. Guess. I want you to guess Pocky Finau's price of his Taco Bell order for dinner
Tonight?
before
Specifically tonight.
how much do you think he spent at Taco Bell before he came to the pod?
And I love Taco Bell so much.
Not as much as this guy.
Not as much as that's what might be your hint there.
1837.
Nah.
30? Are you just him?
Just him.
Just him.
50?
45.
Oh my god.
Lone man in the garden of Taco Bell.
Dude, wow. That's a lot of dough.
I don't even know what the battle is for what positions, but he needs to start. Like I'm just right now. I don't know if it's a right guard, left tackle, right tackle, center maybe.
Well,
he needs to start.
That's left tackle behavior.
That is left tackle behavior. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. Anyway,
Depending on his reach.
yeah,
What's your hand size and what's your reach?
yeah.
We got to get Jarom at the Chubby's Challenge too.
Jerem, do you want to join?
You,
Me,
Justin Kirkland.
Justin Kirkland, Tiger Bachmeyer.
Tiger's gonna win, dude.
that's what we
Whatever
keep
it is,
saying.
Tiger's gonna win.
and Pocky Finau.
and Pocky Finau at Chubby's Challenge.
I do not.
You do not want to
But
eat 3
no.
pounds of food in
No.
15 minutes.
No.
Come on.
Come on, Jarom.
I will observe.
You want to
If
do
I can.
play-by-play?
You
Well,
can.
AI can do that, but
Yeah. Riverside AI's on that.
Oh, there goes Jake into the bathroom.
Oh no, Jake's looking
I
pale.
remember in middle school the milk chugging contest. So gross, dude. In hindsight, it's like, were you the guy chugging milk?
Dude, did you know this story, Kev?
No, but I've thrown up a gallon of Kool-Aid in front of an entire high school before.
Kool-Aid.
Proud of you.
Yeah, it wasn't milk, but it was Kool-Aid.
Dude, my nickname in high school was the Milkman.
I'm not.
That used to be like your handle or something, right?
It's,
Is it still the handle?
I will, dude. Let's go to Macy's in Spanish Fork and
And
see
they'll be
how
like-
long it goes before someone's like Milkman. Like I actively
I was
avoid
there today.
Macy's in Spanish Fork because I'll be with my wife and people go Milkman. Like, you remember when you went and did this stuff? I'm like, my wife's here, dude.
I
Like
don't
that
know.
never happened.
That was my twin.
That was my brother, probably.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I've successfully completed the gallon challenge multiple times.
Successfully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's why I was the
I respected
milkman.
you already so much.
But now
I don't know how it
cow.
could go higher.
With that being said, Kevin, we're gonna finally end this thing. Appreciate you guys all. Blue whale is the password. I almost said safe word. The password there. Blue whale.
That's something else.
Yeah. And if you haven't, hit the like, hit the subscribe, go to CougConnect.com, become a paying subscriber, get to read the Oracle's articles there. And you can find
1 for 1.
100%.
Except for the Oklahoma State pod.
Other
Going
than
by
that,
$1 million.
other than that pod, which was because it was free. If it was behind the paywall, it
Yeah,
would have been right on the
paywall
money.
changes everything.
But you can find those links in Jarom's Twitter or on our website and where that. But if you can click them in Jarom's, it'll take you right to those articles. And that's all we got. Go Cougs.
The Milkman.
It's finally over.